Good morning, everybody. You know what? The pike and walleye regular season just opened, and we are fortunate to keep some fish for eating. I've got a nice pike that I'm going to be cooking up, and I want to try a different Outdoor Flavors coating. So I've got two coatings right here. The one on my left is the campfire barbecue. The one on my right is the lemon pepper. So I'm going to try the lemon pepper today. So what I've got here, this is the nice pike that we've got cleaned up. You can see these little pieces right here are like fish fingers. That's the boneless part. And then these larger pieces, there's 4 of them. These are the actual Y bone strips that I've cut in half. So there's 4 of them. So over here, I've got my coating that's ready to drop the fish in to do like a shake and bake. And look at, I've got something a little bit different. This is an egg wash right here. The reason I've got that, you know, a lot of people tell me that when they're frying fish, a lot of the coating comes off and it's down in the bottom of the fryer that they use. And that's normal because the oil is so hot that it can actually take the coating off, especially if you don't let this fish sit in it for a little bit. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm taking the fish right now, I'm taking the boneless sections, and I'm putting them in the coating. And this is a bag, you know, that you get your produce in when you go to the supermarket. I like reusing things. So I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to put them on the newspaper. You can see that I've got lots of newspaper here. I like to reuse stuff. So instead of using paper towels, using the clean newspaper is perfect for letting these the coating sit into the fish. As soon as the coating has soaked a little bit into the fish, you're going to see that I'm going to dunk it in the egg wash, and then I'm going to be putting it into the fryer. Okay? So I'm going to slowly do these batches. I only put enough of the coating in the bag to do what I need to do. I don't want to use the whole bag because I may not need it. And that way it's going to stay fresh for the next time. So you can see all the fish pieces. See how nice they're coated? So the reason I'm letting them just lay here is because even though the fish isn't super wet, it is damp. And it's going to soak in a little bit of the coating. So I think I've got at least one more. There. That's going to be all my fish fingers. So what I've got here, you know, this is half of about a 6-7 pound pike. And it's perfect for about 3 people for eating. A lot of people think that you need a lot of fish. I don't think so. You know, this is going to be plenty to have with some vegetables. Right now the asparagus is out. And some people have picked fiddleheads earlier, a couple weeks ago, and frozen them. So it's perfect to have greens with your fish. Or you can do some potatoes, mashed potatoes, fried potatoes, baked potatoes. Did I get all my pieces? I did. So I'm going to put that just on the side. Now I'm going to check, one thing that you got to check is that your oil is pretty warm. So I'm going to try to go at about 350 degrees. Now notice that my fryer is very small. You can see this. This is called a Big Boss fryer. It sells in the US for about $20. I don't know if you can get them here. But I find it ideal if you do small portions of fish like I've got here. So you notice that I haven't done the Y bone strips yet. So I'm going to take a small strip and watch this. I'm going to drop it in. You can hear that little piece of fish sizzling. So what I'm going to do now, watch me. You don't need a lot of egg, okay? We're going to let that come off like that. I'm going to use the side to drop it in. You think that oil is hot? I think so. Look at, we want to get most of the egg off there. Again, drop it in. I'm doing 1 piece at a time. I'm going to do about 15 pieces. Okay, there. So the egg is actually an emulsifier. I know that sounds like a pretty complicated word, emulsifying agent. So what it does, it actually bonds to the coating, doesn't let it come off. So the fish is cooked. Now, you'll notice that the sound isn't that sizzling as it was before. That means that the fish is cooked. So I'm just going to use this nice strainer That's the diameter. I'm going to let it sit there. Oh, I'm going to let it sit here for a minute. Honest, just like that. To let it drain a little bit. So you can, instead of do 15, let's see how many I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, maybe 14. Careful because the oil is hot. So I did okay. I wasn't counting. Because you can see they look really good with that egg on top. It almost looks like they're, done for fish and chips, but they're not. Okay, so now I've got a towel here. I'm going to go like this. Then I'm going to do my next batch. Okay, so here we go. Egg wash. Let it drip off. Come on. Come on. Good. So that you can hear how hot it is, right? Because it's damp. So once it's cooked, it won't be so loud. So you know what? This doesn't take long. From start to finish. I mean, it's the prep. You got to bring the stuff out. We're cooking outside today because it's such a beautiful day. It's about 80 degrees. I've got my shorts on for the first time, which is a nice thing. Just going to finish these, and then we're going to taste them before I do the Y-bone strips. Okay, the boneless pieces are all done. So this is the taste test right here. Now notice the texture. It almost looks like it's battered because of that egg wash, but it's not. So we're going to, you can see that it's tender inside. You know what? It's delicious. And look, you can see the little pepper pieces. See those little black specks right there? That's the pepper. That's right there. It's so nice. It's on the mild side. But you can definitely taste the lemony pepper flavor. It's delicious. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put in the Y-bone strips. So there's the Y-bone strip. You don't see the Y-bones, but you will after I cook it. See those little black specks? That's the actual pepper in the lemon pepper Outdoor Flavors coating. So I'm going to drop that down. And I'm going to do one at a time because these pieces are thicker. And we're going to let that cook till the sizzling stops. And then we're going to try it and I'll show you how to get the Y-bones out. That sizzling has gone down. So here's my Y strip right there. And I'm going to put it, you can see I've got lots of toweling material here. Before I do the other ones, it's going to take me a while, I'm going to let this piece cool off. And then I'm going to break it apart and I'm going to show you how you get the Y-bones out. You know, I don't like wasting any delicious fish. So when it comes to walleye, I take the cheeks, I take the wings, which is that piece that's right there in between the two. Am I doing a good job for the pectoral fins on a fish? And on the pike, I don't waste the Y-bone strip because there's a lot of bones, a lot of meat in between those bones. So you'll see that when you cook them like this, especially if you deep fry them or bake them, if you just pry it apart, all the bones stick up and you just pull them out and you enjoy it. So we're just going to let it cool off and then I'll show you how to take the Y-bones out. I've let the piece of Y-bone strip cool off. Here it is right here. Now let's see if we can find the Y-bones. Oh, look, will you look at that? Why do they call them a Y-bone? I don't know. I have no idea. So there's one. I'm going to break it this way. It's hot, 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 hot. Do you think it has anything to do with being in the hot oil? 1, 2. Now can you believe it? This has no bones in it. Here's the rest of that piece. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my clean fish. Why waste such good pike meat? That is delicious. Look, if you want to try something different, grab yourself some Outdoor Flavors. This is the lemon pepper. If you get a pike, let it go. If you get another pike, keep it if it's not too big. 5 to 7 pounds is ideal, or even a little smaller, but not too small. Fillet it. Take the nice cooked meat off so that you can get these nice little fish fingers like this, nuggets. And then take the Y strip and cook it separately. Take the Y bones out and enjoy it. That's what fishing's all about.